Welcome to Fresh Talk News Channel. Today, we delve into the latest political update. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has officially announced that he will challenge Senator John Cornyn, who is seeking a fifth term in the U.S. Senate. Paxton made the announcement Tuesday night on Fox News' The Ingram Angle. His decision comes now that he is no longer under the shadow of a federal corruption investigation, which had previously cast a cloud over his political rise within the Republican Party. A close ally of President Donald Trump and a vocal MAGA firebrand, Paxton's announcement comes just 2 weeks after Republican Senator John Cornyn launched his re-election campaign, seeking another 6-year term serving Texas in the Senate. "It's time for a change in Texas," Paxton told Fox News' Laura Ingraham. He went on to say, "It's time that we have another great senator who will actually stand up and fight for Republican values, fight for the values of the people of Texas, and support Donald Trump in a very significant way." On Sunday, Cornyn responded to the rumors of Paxton's candidacy, saying he welcomed the competition. But shortly after Paxton's announcement, Cornyn's campaign released a harsh statement on social media, calling Paxton a fraud. "He talks tough on crime, then lets crooked progressive Lena Hidalgo off the hook. He says his impeachment trial was a sham, but he didn't contest the facts in legal filings, which will cost the state millions," the statement said. The campaign continued, "He says he's anti-woke but funnels millions of taxpayer dollars to lawyers who support DEI. And Ken claims to be a man of faith but uses fake Uber accounts to meet his girlfriend and deceive his family." Cornyn's campaign also pointed out that he has voted with Trump more than 95% of the time, more than most sitting senators. They argue that Trump and Texas need a battle-tested conservative who can protect the Republican agenda and won't be outmaneuvered by Senate Democrats. Paxton's entry into the race sets the stage for what is expected to be a bruising, high-stakes GOP primary, potentially pitting the traditional, establishment wing of the Republican Party against the MAGA base. Veteran Republican strategist Dave Carney told Fox News, "It sets the table for the most expensive primary in Texas. It will be a brutal battle." Carney, a top political advisor to Texas Governor Greg Abbott, also noted that Paxton's decision opens up the Attorney General's race, likely leading to a competitive down-ballot scramble. Republican strategist Matt McCowiak added, "This is going to be the most expensive, nastiest, most aggressive, most personal U.S. Senate primary in Texas history." He emphasized, "You have two candidates with major resources, significant political positions, and long-standing personal animosity. The stakes couldn't be higher." Paxton's decision to run isn't a surprise. He has long criticized Cornyn for being out of touch with conservative Texans and not a reliable ally of Trump. He's frequently labeled Cornyn a rhino, a Republican in name only, a term often used by MAGA and America First conservatives to criticize mainstream Republicans. Since becoming Texas Attorney General in 2015, Paxton has regularly attacked Cornyn's positions, especially on border security and for opposing Trump during the 2016 election. Cornyn has also faced backlash from the right for helping pass a bipartisan gun control bill after the tragic 2022 Uvalde school shooting. For years, Paxton had hinted at a potential challenge. Back in September 2023, he told Fox News, "I can't think of a single thing he's accomplished for our state or even for the country. Somebody needs to step up and run against this guy. Everything's on the table for me." Earlier this year, at a county GOP meeting, Paxton again suggested he might run, saying, "One of the things we need to do, and I might play a role in this, is replace John Cornyn in the U.S. Senate." In a January interview with Fox News Digital, Paxton confirmed he was looking potentially at the U.S. Senate. Cornyn, for his part, initially voiced support for the GOP taking a new direction during the 2024 presidential primaries, a position that angered Trump. However, he later endorsed Trump after the former president's wins in Iowa and New Hampshire. Since Trump returned to the White House 3 months ago, Cornyn has been largely supportive of his cabinet nominees and legislative agenda. In Cornyn's re-election campaign launch video, the announcer highlighted that during Trump's first term, Texas Senator John Cornyn had his back. Cornyn enters what may be the toughest re-election battle of his political career with strong support from Senate Majority Leader John Thune and Senator Tim Scott, chair of the National Republican Senatorial Committee. Both reportedly urged Trump to endorse Cornyn, but Trump's influence within the GOP remains immense, and his potential endorsement could be a game-changer in the Texas race. Adding further intrigue to the race is the possibility that Congressman Wesley Hunt might enter the race. Hunt, a third-term Republican from the Houston area and a rising MAGA star, has reportedly made his case to Trump's political team that he's the only candidate who can win both the primary and general elections. A group backing Hunt is already spending big, reportedly in the seven-figure range, to boost his statewide name recognition. Some GOP strategists fear that a primary war in Texas could drain up to $100 million from Republican resources, potentially hurting efforts in other key Senate races. Across the country, Paxton, while hugely popular among grassroots conservatives, may face fundraising challenges. Strategist Makowiak noted. This says two things: 1, Paxton sees an opportunity, and 2, him getting in early shows he needs the maximum time possible to raise money. He also said Paxton has received some negative feedback on fundraising. Paxton rose to national attention in 2020 when he filed the Texas versus Pennsylvania lawsuit to overturn Joe Biden's election victory. He also spoke at the January 6 rally that preceded the Capitol riot. During Biden's presidency, Paxton frequently sued the federal government. But his legal baggage has been significant. He was indicted on securities fraud charges shortly after taking office in 2015. More recently, he faced FBI investigations over bribery allegations from former top staffers. In 2022, he narrowly survived a GOP primary despite his legal troubles. In 2023, he was impeached by the Texas House but later acquitted by the state Senate. The long-running federal investigation into him was dropped during the final weeks of Biden's term. Even with the charges dropped, Paxton may continue to face negative optics and attacks over his past during the Senate race. Whoever wins the Republican primary will likely be favored in the general election. On the Democratic side, former Congressman Colin Allred may enter the 2026 Senate race. A former Baylor football player and NFL linebacker, Allred was the Democratic challenger to Senator Ted Cruz in 2024. Thanks for watching Fresh Talk News Channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more news and updates.